Yo, what's going on today, my peeps? As you can see, we're back with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. Now, in this video, we're going to be rocking the Pegasus Mind Scan ability, which, if you did not know, lets me view every card that is face downwards, face down, as long as I have over 3,000 life points. Now, this only goes into effect after turn 3. That really doesn't have much of a difference. As long as I have over 3,000 life points, I can see their face down cards, which is really helpful when targeting spells and traps, and it complements this deck really well. So we're going to go right here. I'm going to look at the deck. So starting off, we have Aromages Kanaga. Now this card is pretty good in its own right and can be used really well in certain situations. As you can see from its ability, when you have higher life points than your opponents, every face-up monster they have loses 500 attacks, and then when you gain life points, which we'll get into the fruity stuff of this deck here in a second, but when you gain life points, you can target a spell or a trap they have on the field and return it. So now if you use that with Pegasus Mind Scan ability, you can see which spell or trap they have that you want returned back to their hand, whichever one poses a bigger threat. So with this deck, we're rocking 2 of those. Okay, then we're moving into Aromages Jasmine. Jasmine is it's a pretty defensive card, but when you summon it, and you gain life points, it lets you special summon another Aromages card from your hand, which is really useful, and you'll see why it's useful too. Also, when you gain life points, you get to draw a card, so it works pretty well. And we got 2 of those. Now we're going on to Angelica. Angelica is a special one. So during either player's turn, you can discard this card and target a Aroma monster in your graveyard and gain life points to its attack. So if I had a Kanaga in my graveyard, I would gain, what, 1,400 attack by targeting it in my graveyard. And then also, when I have higher life points than my opponents, any Aroma monster, and I control an Aroma monster and this card's in the graveyard, I can summon it straight from the hand, but banish it when it leaves the field. So it's not that great of an ability, but it still works, and it complements the deck pretty well. But now, the 2 heavy hitters in this deck are Bergamot and Marjoram, I guess that's how you say that. So these 2 are pretty overpowered in their own rights, especially this one right here. So when you have higher life points than your opponents, and you attack a defense monster, you do piercing damage. And then also, this card gains 1,000 attack each time you gain life points. So this card can actually get pretty high up there, and you'll see in some of these replays that I have for you coming up. This card can do some serious damage. And then its counterpart, the other heavy hitter, when your life points are higher than your opponents, I take no battle damage involving my plant monsters. Also, when I control a plant monster and it's destroyed by battle, I can special summon the card from my hand and gain life points, which is crazy. Then also, when I gain life points, I can target cards in the opponent's graveyard and banish them, which comes in pretty clutch in some of these duels, you'll see. So those 2 are really the heavy hitters, I should say. Then we're moving on to Rosemary. Rosemary, if my life point's higher than my opponent's, and I attack with a plant monster, which all these are plant monsters, by the way, of course, and I attack with a plant monster, the opponent can't activate the monster effects until after my damage step, which is pretty clutch. And then also, if I gain life points, I can target a face-up monster on the field and change its battle position. So that works out pretty well. Now, if we go to Aromages Laurel, this monster's effect lets me target a non-tuner plant-type monster and basically make it a tuner, which in turn helps me summon Rosemary right here. And Rosemary has a pretty nice effect too. So when you synchro summon it, all plant-type monsters I control gain 500 attack. And if I gain life points, I can target a face-up monster and basically negate its effect until the end of the turn, which is pretty nice. So yeah, we have that, and then I threw in a shiny black sea squatter. Just, it's kind of like a throw-in. It's got decent attack. It could help stall if needed. So I got that. Then we have the usual econ, and then we have the usual draining shields. Draining shields are important with this deck because obviously we're gaining life points. We want to keep gaining life points. And then the main spells with this deck are the field spell. So you get this and you activate it each turn, and you gain 500 life points if I control an aroma monster. So all this deck is mainly about gaining life points and sustaining life points. And with Pegasus's ability, I can stay above 3,000 life points, so I can always see face down cards and know if I need to attack them. So each aroma monster that gets destroyed, I gain 1,000 life points, and then also I gain 500 attack and defense for all monsters I control when I gain life points. So it's pretty overpowered. You'll see. It sounds a little confusing, but you'll see in the duels. And then Aroma Gardening, I need to get more of these spells, but this one basically says if I summon a aroma monster, I gain 1,000 life points. And then when an opponent declares an attack and I have lower life points than my opponent, I can special summon an aroma monster straight from my deck, which typically ends up being Bergmont in most cases. So, and then the spell, which I wouldn't mind having another one of these, but I don't, is Blessed Winds. And then the effects, as you can see, you can send a plant type monster from your hand or face up to the field and gain 500 life points. You can also target a plant monster in your graveyard and shuffle it into your deck, which helps you without like going to deck out, because I've had deck outs before with this deck. And then you can also pay 1,000 life points and summon a monster from your graveyard, which is pretty nice to have. Especially say if like your Bergmart gets killed or something, it gets banished, you can just summon it right back. So that's pretty much the deck. That's all I got so far. So, and then I threw these in there. Sometimes you get these in there. They're decent to have. So that's pretty much it for this deck. We'll get right into the replays. Also, guys, quick note before we get into this. I forgot to mention when I was doing these duels, the first duel replay that I have for you, I completely forgot that I wasn't recording in OBS. So there's no microphone audio. You get the actual duel, like the live duel, but there's no microphone audio. So I may or may not comment over it. I don't know. But just know that's kind of the reason why I'm an idiot. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy these duels.
A duelist? You know my ability. Do you realize the magnitude of the jeopardy you've put yourself?
I'll prove that nothing and no
Duel.
It's go time. My turn. I activate my monsters effect. The tuner monster Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron's effect. I'm counting on you. I special summon a monster. Even the tiniest scrap has value. And this monster will prove it. Synchro Summon! Appeared! Junk Warrior gains the attack of I activate my monster's effect. The tuner monster Junk Synchron! The hopes of the world coalesce into a single star. Take witness the bomb. Let's rev it up. Spread. Appear. I'll set a card. I end my turn.
My turn. Draw. From my hand, my field spell active. Well now, I summon a monster in attack position. I set a card. My monster's effect activates. My monster's effect activates. Well now, I special summon a monster. I end my turn.
I draw. I'll set a card. I'll set a card. I end my turn.
Time to make my move. Draw. Hope you're ready. I summon a monster in attack position. My field spell activates. My monster's effect activates. My monster's effect activates. My monster's effect activates. I activate a face-down card. My continuous trap activates. I'd like you to meet my monster. I synchro summon. My monster's effect activates. My continuous trap activates. Oh! Well, my monster's effect activates. My monster's effect activates. Time to battle! Here I go. I attack with a monster. Prepare yourself. My monster attacks your life points directly.
Try that. I flip over my face-down card. I activate a quick play spell. It's my
turn.
I draw. I'll set a card. I end my turn.
Draw. I set a card face down. I'd like you to meet my monster. I tribute summon a monster. My monster's effect activates. My monster's effect activates.
You use some interesting cards.
By scanning your mind,
I never knew you were this powerful.
You've come far.
Oh wow, I haven't dueled against the Seto Kaiba using Ultimate Dragon Jet. I wonder what card he's going to play first. Maiden with Eyes of Blue, Sage with Eyes of Blue, or Whitestone of the Ancients?
This is going to be...
Defeat is your... Fine.
Time to make my move. Hope you're ready. Eyes from my hand. My field spell, my monster's effect activates. From my hand, I activate a continuous spell. Let the fun begin. I activated my monster's effect activates.
Here I
my
go.
turn.
My turn.
I mean, we're off to a good start. See what he's got for us.
I draw.
What's coming first? Sage with eyes of blue, maiden with eyes of blue, white stone of the ancients.
Join me. I summon a monster.
Oh, wow.
I
Didn't see
activate
that
my
one coming.
monster's effect.
Didn't see that one coming.
Emerge, dragons. Dragon Spirit of White's
If he goes
effect
for the
activates.
this, we're good. But if he goes for the field spell, we're screwed. We're good. I'll see what that spell card is next turn. If I pull a Kanaga,
I
GG's.
activate my monster's effect.
GG's in the chat if I get a Kanaga.
Join me. I
Time
end my
to make
turn.
my move.
Make
Draw.
your move.
Honestly, that could work.
I set a card. My monster's effect activates.
Where is this?
Let's battle.
I'm gonna get this off.
Here I go. I attack you. End
here I
my
go.
turn.
My turn.
I need a Kanaga so I can get rid of his spells.
I draw. I'll use my set card. I activate a spell.
Just as I expected. I activate a face down card. My
need to
continuous
use
trap activates.
Start one card, take a fire, banish it. That's not a good. We have to pull a Kanaga or we're screwed.
I activate my monster's effect.
Oh, that's on one card. I hate it. He's gonna summon the Dragon Spirit of White and get rid of my field spell. This is going downhill fast.
Join me. I summon a monster.
Just as I expected. Let the fun begin. I special summon a monster.
I don't know why I did that, honestly. That's kind of a waste. He's just gonna attack it with his blue eyes.
Let's
If I can attack
battle.
that card, we're good.
Blue
That'll
eyes,
end the
white
duel.
dragon.
Just
Attack.
as I expected.
White lightning.
Just as I expected.
Actually, no. We just
My
made a big brain
monster's
play.
effect activates.
Oh,
Hope you're ready. Just as I expected. My monster's effect activates.
they told me I couldn't use all of my brain. Oh.
I end my turn. Make your move.
Draw.
Okay.
Well now, I summon a monster in attack position.
Now, I'll use my set card.
He's only going to be able to target
I
one monster.
activate a trap.
What does this need? 5 stars. He's gonna go for this one, obviously.
My continuous trap activates. My monster's effect activates. My monster's effect activates. My field spell activates. Let's battle.
Here I
End my
go.
turn.
It's probably
My
a
turn.
hard pass. We can't attack that thing yet. We're not
I
piercing
draw.
anymore. If we activate Blessed Winds, though, we can pull back our Bergamot.
From my hand, I activate a spell.
That's cute.
Just as I expected. I anticipated that, of course. Simple-minded fool.
I'll bring her back. Appreciate
I'd
that,
like
Chief.
you did exactly what I thought you'd do.
What you gonna do about that?
My monster's effect activates.
What you gonna do, buddy?
I end my turn.
Can you speed things up? My draw.
There's the Kanaga. Oh, we're golden.
Hope you're ready. I summon a my continuous trap activates. Let the
Gold,
fun
baby.
begin.
Full send.
My field, my monster's effect, my monster's effect activates.
Didn't have any monsters, so let's get rid of these.
Time to battle.
We type this as
The end
GG.
is truly
Outta
in
here.
sight.
Boy.
I attack with a monster.
Even if he swaps it to defense mode, I do piercing.
Now, I activate my monster's effect.
That's cute. Go ahead and summon your blue eyes.
The
buddy.
light from
Take this.
Get wrecked, kid. Oh my
I let a
god.
cop.
You've come.
Kid's catching a fat nice because I'm toxic.